Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the people of Buenos Aires do their football like no other people. So different to anything else you will see anywhere else. There really is no imitating this. There is certainly no improving upon it. We're up and running then. Passes short and sharp. Now it's Haaland.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Stood up well to him there. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. What a start, free kick in a dangerous position in the open. Foden! Superb from Foden! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Número 11.
Flamengo
are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Saliba. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Passes coming off in quick succession.
real chance! And that's a sharp finish. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Flamengo restore parity.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
De Jong.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair.
De Jong.
Tries to play it through. This is a promising build-up. Yamal!
Yamal! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Lamine Yamal has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Araujo. Kvaratskhelia does really well to win the ball there.
Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Oh, nearly. Foden. Showing great feet there. Just eases him off the ball.
Pedri.
Doku.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Foden.
Looking to add to his goal. Tries to pass it through.
Calhanoglu.
Yamal.
Foden. 30 minutes gone.
Van de Ven. And it's Pedri.
That's good running with the ball. Pedri. Oh, this is a terrific run. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. De Jong. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And he has been fouled there. There's a quick free kick. Nuno Mendes. Foden.
Foden really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And here's Kvaratskhelia. Oh, super ball. And across it goes.
That's good defensive concentration.
De Jong going forward. De Jong. Good driving run.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
De Jong. Doku. And Kvaratskhelia. Now it's Haaland. And it's Koundé. Pedri. Nuno Mendes. Now it's Pedri. Now this could be a chance. Haaland. Pedri. Tchouaméni wins the duel this time. And he stands tall, impenetrable. And we've reached half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any thoughts on all this so far, Jim?
Well, it's definitely been a game where both sides have tried to play to their own strengths, and I suppose neither side would be particularly unhappy with this scoreline. I suspect, Peter, the two managers will be keen to urge patience and discipline from their players now.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each.
Hay un cambio en el campo de juego. Número 9, número 11, número 35. Entran número 99.
So we're into the second 45.
Número 38.
And here's Haaland. Can he get on the end of this? And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Neymar.
This is the time you need that pace.
And it's Neymar. He's had it taken off him. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? He's had a shot! Paris come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Gravenberch. That is great defending, so alert. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Looking for the run, and he's managed to get free. Shoots! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. There's the shot! Good try, very good try, in fact.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
Pedri. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape.
And the shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off.
La cantidad
60
de
minutes played.
espectadores de este partido fue de
Paris do have
44.785.
options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Now it's Haaland. Goes for goal! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Haaland clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
And it's Neymar. P.M.E. Good running, strong and purposeful. Haaland. Flamengo have it back and can go again. Doku. Oh, that's fabulous. And here's Haaland. He's had a shot! And that's straight down the keeper's throat.
Well, that looked very much like a case of stage fright. His job is to steer clear of the keeper.
And here's Haaland. Pedri. Doku. Now it's Yamal. Yamal is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Great chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Haaland clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Hay un cambio en el campo de juego.
Well, height
Número
could make
8.
all the difference on
Número
these set
7.
pieces.
Entran número 22.
Neymar
Número
goes short.
18.
Haaland's cross. And a header! Back in once more. Goal! Paris! And they get themselves in front! And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Paris have their lead. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Neymar. This might spell danger. Shot a goal! And he's stuck it away. They're level in a trice.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Haaland, can he get it through? Koundé. Ah, he's given it away.
Kimmich. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now it's Neymar. Well, played right into his path. Ah, that's a fine interception. Now there's the clearance.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Big chance! Oh, he's done it! A game of margins! A game of thrills! This might just do it! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
Paris now on the verge of victory, save for a few potentially hectic final moments.
Well, these last few moments are going to be pretty frantic, I would think, as the opposition try tooth and nail to get back into this. We're never done till it's completely done.
And that's that. Paris proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have gone the other way. And they are clearly so happy to have won it. Haaland taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So there we have it, Jim. A game seemingly destined for stalemate, but then the ultimate smash and grab.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Things already rolling. Nice defending, it's got the job done. Tries a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner.
Foden with the short one. And it's played it. Oh, good effort! Goal! Paris! And there is your opener. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now it's Mbappe.
Mbappe clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
And he's made sure that's not getting through.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now it's Mbappe. Driving through the middle.
Mbappe! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Paris have their second corner now.
Foden plays it short. Tries one from range!
Now that wasn't a bad hit by any means.
Well, at least his thinking was very good, Peter. Probably thought he hit the target, judging by his reaction.
Paris already with the upper hand and looking to turn it into something close to dominance. Shot could be on. Gabriel
Did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Foot in.
And here's Pedri. Couldn't squeeze it through.
Long ball by the goalkeeper.
Pass somewhat off target.
Doku picks it up out wide.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Yamal.
Mbappe. Ambitious ball here.
Oh, delightful ball.
Koundé calmly anticipates. And here's Mbappe.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Paris leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. And here's Haaland. Oh, that's a key interception. Tchouaméni. Now Foden. Tchouaméni.
Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And here's Haaland.
Boy, he's having a pop! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And it's been taken short. And here's Pedri. And the shot!
Oh, split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And it's Pedri. Great ball, and he's in here. Mbappe ploughing through the middle.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
And it's made its way to him. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Doku. Passing nice and neat. Pedri. Pedri running with intent. Yamal.
And again, they run up against stubborn defending.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
Yamal. Pedri.
That's it, 45 minutes up. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Paris come in leading by just the odd goal.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent, but I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Paris are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good.
Changement. Le numéro 11. À sa place, le numéro 27.
That gets us going once more. Paris leading courtesy of the game's only goal.
He's going for goal! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Paris come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
And it's Pedri.
Now this could be a chance.
That's an excellent interception.
And the counter is on.
Camavinga.
Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Nuno Mendes. Pedri. And Kvaratskhelia. A quick look, thought about cutting inside.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
Being still separated by the game's only goal.
Now, can they get him away? That's good play. Pedri. Flamengo are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
He's having a shot! It's in! They are right back in business!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And the keeper gets his hands on it. Paris perhaps contemplating their next change here. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Pedri. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Rafa Silva.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And it's Silva. Saliba did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Haaland. And he was quick to react. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Yamal has it in on.
And he shoots! In he goes again! Goal! Flamengo! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Changement. Le numéro 9, le numéro 8, le numéro 13, le numéro 7. À leur place.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Now it's Rafa Silva. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Bruno Fernandes. Impressive jump.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Saliba. This is a promising build-up.
He's on it, can he get away? And they're quick to get it back. It's not an especially good pass, that. Lewandowski. And it's Neymar. Paris have a free kick. And he's picked it up out wide. Neymar gets a foot in here. Mendes just loves to go forward whenever he can. Rafa Silva. And here's Ferran Torres. Mendes is onto this. It looks as though the Rafa's given a penalty. He has. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Real pressure penalty, this.
Attention, changement.
Oh, brilliant stop from Courtois! And here's Bruno Fernandes. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Flamengo clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Well, that's a little loose. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that's that. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see.